Well, good day, and you join me at the northernmost end of the Millennium Ribble Link and the southernmost point, give or take 1¼ miles, of the Lancaster Canal. At the end of the previous episode, I arrived pretty much at that spot over there where I'd just come over the Millennium Ribble Link and was about to embark along the Lancaster Canal. However, that was 14 months ago, back in May 2019, and even though it's blustery, it's actually the middle of our summer, July 2020 now. And what happened was, at that point when I arrived, Aslan and I had been on the go for around about 2 years, which meant that not only did I have a lot of work to do, video production wise, but Aslan was also due her biannual lift out and re-blacking. So what I did was, as soon as I arrived, I booked Aslan in to have the work done at a marina in the little town of Garstang, about 15 miles along the Lancaster Canal. Then, with all that done about September time, I was ready to get going again and come back down the Lancaster 15 miles to this very spot and then start filming along the Lancaster, along its entire length, 40 miles, all the way to its northernmost terminus at Chewitfield. Of course, things don't always turn out the way you planned, and in the UK we suddenly enjoyed round about 3 months of absolutely non-stop abysmal weather, so I was unable to move and I spent the winter in the marina. And then February came along and the weather showed signs of improving and I was all ready to get going, and then of course the old coronavirus came along. In the UK we were locked down for around about 10 weeks, 2.5 months, and here I am at last, 14 months later, after arriving over the link. I can finally get filming along the Lancaster Canal.
Chugging. Oh, look now, can't you see? Folks say she sounds like music, but like nothing on the scene. I've spent some time trying to figure it out. Whoa, this is what they mean. And she goes boom, boom, boom. Alright now, doom, doom, doom. Be well now, boom, boom, boom. Stay safe now, doom, doom, doom. Farewell now.
Well, that's an excellent start. The wind got me. And that wind's blowing down here, so it's trying to blow my front round as I go, yeah. I think I'll be all right. Not helped by this wind that's blowing right down the canal and blowing the bow around in the wrong direction. But there we go. All sorted in the end. Goodbye Millennium Ribble Link. And hello Lancaster Canal. It is possible to navigate the remaining 1¼ miles to the outskirts of Preston, but I've been advised against it because it's very weedy, quite narrow in places, and almost impossible to turn round. So north it is then. 40 miles of lock-free cruising pleasure. And serious apologies for the COVID hair, made all the more attractive by this incredible wind. Sometimes it's blowing straight towards me, other times it's blowing sideways, but never behind. The southernmost point of the Lancaster Canal begins down there in Preston, but as I say, most of it is difficult to navigate, about 1¼ miles. So I began at the junction of the Millennium Ribble Link, right by there, and I'm now heading in a sort of westerly direction, and we'll be continuing for 40 miles and no locks. And on the way I'll be stopping at places such as Bilsborrow, where I'm hoping to reach today, and then we continue on heading north to the gorgeous little town of Garstang, which over the past 14 months has become basically my home. Past Garstang Marina, where I've been moored up and where the boat was lifted out, which I'll be showing in a later episode. And then we come to the Glasson branch, with the only locks that you'll see in the area, which drop down to the little village of Glasson and its basin. And we'll pop down there and have a good old look around, I think. Then north again to the sprawling city of Lancaster. Great arty and architectural history with its huge university. And then continuing north past Hessbank, and I'm told that on a certain stretch you can see right out across the Irish Sea, past Carnforth, and eventually to the current terminus of the Lancaster Canal at Chewitfield, and the furthest, most northerly point that it's possible to travel in England on the canal system. All that to come, but for now I'm going to head on about 10 miles up the canal to Bilsborrow, where I shall moor for the night. Leaving the outer edge of Preston behind, and the Lancaster Canal becomes extremely rural, and in fact remains so for most of its length. I'm often asked why I include a lot of ducks and geese and swans and herons in the series, and the very simple reason is it's because I like them. Also, I'm going to be bringing along my trusty German full-frame digital rangefinder, so hopefully we'll be getting some nice pictures and snapshots along the way. now becoming very rural, which is just the way I like it. More new build coming up, and also this wasn't here 14 months ago when I was making my way to Garstang. And this here is a new trunk road leading from the M55 to Blackpool. Some of the supports for the bridge, and I hope that they're going to take the opportunity to produce some stunning architectural marvel, though I'd say it's more than likely it'll be a symphony in beige concrete. The canal suddenly narrows into quite a weedy section. What a lovely shaped bridge. And suddenly the canal opens out into this wide vista. The landscape relatively flat, which is why the Lancaster is able to cover 40 miles without any locks. Now entering a stretch of the Lancaster with quite a unique feature: moorings. South of Garstang at least, there is a very distinct lack of places to moor. Three miles down and about 7 remaining to Bilsborrow and my overnight mooring. Bridge 25, Wilson's Bridge. And this little mooring at Salwick, or Salwick, which are administered by the Duchy of Lancaster, no less. Ooh, heck. Looks like a fiberglass top with a steel hull, and it's melted. There really is nothing worse that can happen on a boat, apart from sinking, of course. Beautiful wooded section, which gives a much welcome respite from that wind. The rural beauty of the canal is interrupted temporarily by the arrival of the M55 motorway. Strangely, for a motorway though, it appears to blend in rather well with the general landscape. Enterprising chap there, using the cover of the motorway bridge to paint his boat. It may seem difficult to believe, but there are advantages to being locked down for 10 weeks. Everything becomes new again. Even a big flock of geese. The kayaker back there, he said he liked the rhythm of Aslan's engine. He said it reminded him of John Bonham's bass drum, the drummer from Led Zeppelin. I suppose yes. Rabble on. Has got a certain kick drum roll to it. At Bridge 31 the canal narrows and also signifies about 4 miles to Bilsborrow. Here, where's the sun gone? Ah, there it is. According to my old guidebook, just on this bend is a water and rubbish point. I don't remember seeing it on the way down, but if it's still there, I'm going to get rid of a couple of bags of rubbish. Right, where is it then? Well, it's a mystery to me. Ah, right, so it's only a water point. Not to worry, I shall take it with me to Bilsborrow. All's not lost though, because that's the perfect excuse for a cup of tea.